Greetings, it is I, Crystallia. As I was starting to bring my energy in and begin to speak, Shelly remembered that she wanted to also talk about um, the short meditation that she did on the end of June 22nd or something like that. But El Bayan can go ahead and speak about that because I believe he was the one that prompted her. Um, what to say? There's so much that I wanted to share with all of you as we come together as this group. I wanted to be the first one to speak this time because this is a very pivotal time on the earth when you look at the alignment of the planets and when you look at the ascension of the earth and all that is going on. Your energy is absolutely different, and it has transitioned in just the past 3 months since those eclipses that you had back in March or April, whenever that was. These changes that you have going on now are going to continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger, because what happens is it's a snowball. The more that those energies come in, the easier it is for the rest of the energies to come in. The other thing that's going on is that the transparency of the energy on the earth is becoming way more transparent than it ever has been before, which is why that meditation works so well. I don't know if Alexander can put a link on here from YouTube or someplace, but it was the meditation that was about we choose ascension, that came directly from the last time that we got together, and it was the discussion about the fact that we, the universal beings, see everything as done. We see the flow, we see the energy, we see the light, we see it all as done. And then that wavering, or what is not happening, is the humanity catching up to everything. Well, even just since that meditation, it has caused yet another big rift in the energies. That which was associated with the nefarious ones or the negative things that were being done on the earth plane, that energy has all been removed and has all been transitioned. In doing so, it has allowed for communication between all of you to ratchet up to an even higher level. How many of you are considering in your life, I wish I had more friends? Where are my friends? Am I all alone on this journey? Because we hear these things from many, many different people, and it may be some that are in this room that feel that way, or it may be people that are not yet as open and aware. So that vibration of wanting to know more, wanting to have a connection, wanting to have a greater understanding, all of that is floating around in the ethers around you. However, as you guys came together as a group, it mixed with another group that was doing something similar, which mixed with another. I want to say I saw at least 4 separate groups of individuals that were then coming together, that were sending out that common alignment. Did they all say we choose ascension? No, not necessarily. But the essence or the energy of we choose ascension is I'm choosing my sovereign self, and I am choosing to disconnect from everything that I have been hooked into for all these many years. And I am choosing to move forward and to manifest those magical energies that come from the higher lighter frequency. So not only is it something that this group is talking about, but it's something that other groups are talking about. And in doing so, all of it creates this viable, you could call it, this movement of energy that moves throughout the planet. It moves throughout the consciousness of humanity. Now, El Bayan has spoken in the past about how so many people looked energetically as if they were ascended, but it was all in their unconsciousness. They were not yet conscious of it. What I wanted to share is that I have noticed that so many more people are consciously opening up. They may not all be here levitating, using telepathy, or what you guys might consider that which is having arrived. But for them, they're beginning to understand, they're beginning to know, they're beginning to just process the fact that life is different. I'm looking at life differently. I'm understanding that some of these things that were very important to me are no longer as important to me. They're understanding that there is a transition that is moving through everyone, and I don't necessarily understand what it is, but I think I'm going to find out. As I say this, it's very calm and smooth. As some of these people are feeling this, they're a little bit freaked out just because it's different and change. The reason that I wanted to talk about this like this is to say just how powerful each one of you are. Even if it was only one individual that breathed deeply, went up into that space and just sent like little balls of energy all around the world, it would make a difference. When we are shifting into the higher light frequency, it is moving towards, it's not going to be here, I would say, even for maybe as much as 20 or 30 years, but you are beginning to have that group consciousness that causes people to, if one person's in pain, they feel the pain. If another person over here is hungry, they feel the hunger. And this is where I came from. This is what it was like on the planet and in the universe from which I came. So just an FYI, because it's kind of a difference, but this is something that you may feel. The universe from which I came, I wouldn't even give it a name because it wouldn't be anything that you'd have heard of, is very big, huge, and expanded, because we all have very expanded consciousness, and that goes along with a high vibration and a high frequency. However, as you look at your not universe, I guess your universe, you have just your galaxy right here where you live, and it has all these multiple stars, planets, time, space, reality. And then you put that into the universe and it's even bigger. It's maybe twice or three times as big. So we're all high vibrational frequency. We're all very expanded, but we don't have that same stretching out or expansion of the universe that I live in, because we don't have the same physicality that you do. We don't have the same, we do have planets within. Yes, we do have planets within us. So there is a subtle change between an individual that comes from this part or that part of it. But within the whole entire, so what I was trying to talk about here and to illustrate for you is that the perception of time, space, reality is very, very different. And the perception from within my universe is that the flow of energy, the movement between one planet to another, we're all interconnected, so we all can go every place at the same time. Okay, good question. So someone just said, well, would it be like going from Earth to the moon, or Earth to Mars, or Earth, are they that type of distances? And I would probably say from one end of I would probably say that my entire universe is just under the size of your galaxy. So when you think about your Milky Way galaxy, that kind of strip of planets, stars, and energy, that's probably about just slightly bigger than what ours is. No, we do not use vehicles to go from one place to another, because we're not physical. We don't have to take a physical body with us. And so since we're not taking a physical body with us, then we just send our consciousness there and bring all of our consciousness in with us. So that's, again, another change. So when I spoke about, 15 to 20 years down the road for the earth plane, what I'm talking about is there will be enough of the consciousness of that collection that moves between everyone to where that loving, nurturing connection will be so much stronger that people will not go hungry, people will not go without a house, people will not be hurt, because if they're hurt, then everyone will know and everyone will support them and everyone will do, what they can to help that situation. Right now, when you come up into the vibration where we are now, when you go into that vibration where you sent through the not only the universe, I'm sorry, not only through your planet, but through the universe, your intention, stating as a fact your intention, that you're going to ascend, then that is a space that if you tap into that, you may feel things in another part of the world. You may feel things from someone else that is, sitting in another room, another city. You can look at the people that are listed here in your chat room, and if you just kind of think their name, then there is an open flow and potential, and potential that you can connect with them. So this soul communication that Shelly was talking about, that's an example of it. Okay, so I did want to speak about that. I wanted to speak about energy. I wanted to speak about how important each one of you are, and I wanted to speak about the fact that each one of you is very powerful, and you have the ability to do more, not only for yourself, but for the planet. Okay, I feel like I have one more conversation I wanted to have with you. Let me see where that is. It is not coming up to me now. Okay, so I will just drop it, and I will answer these questions, and then maybe they'll come back to me. All right, Alexander, I think I saw you put a few up there.